that I just think that's important. Number one, and we talked about the library, but let's talk about the fact that the city council, working with the city, they now have a skating park, which is important. Because
Yes.
to me, we've done a lot with the community on the children and kids like that. And I always believe if kids don't have things to do after school, extracurricular activities, they're not involved in sports or
Right.
drama, they can get involved in bad habits.
Absolutely.
Having a skating park keeps them away from doing bad things, and it's a great place where instead of being thrown off the boardwalk or having a place, they have their own place. I think something like having a skating park was crucial for the youth in the Long Beach community.
I totally agree. In fact, my friend Joe Rockman was one of the skaters that really spearheaded that whole project. And, kids are at risk when they, as you said, when they have nothing to do and it's after school, their parents are working, they're out on the street, they're at risk. But if you give them something constructive to do, they have a purpose. Either they volunteer for something, or they're at the skating, they're doing the skating rink, or they're doing an art program. Gives them purpose, and when somebody has purpose, it raises their self-esteem, and they're less likely to get into trouble.
Absolutely. Now, we talked about the library, we talked about the skating park, and the things that people in Long Beach love. They love their music, they love their food, they love the beach. But if you walk around Long Beach, there's another thing that people in Long Beach love. They love their pets. And now we have a dog walking park in Long Beach.
We do?
Yeah, they're just pesky. Yeah. Let's talk about that. The fact that dog owners now can bring their dogs, instead of being kicked off the boardwalk, they have a park now.
Well, are you talking about the one near the old skating rink?
Yeah.
Okay, the skate park.
Yeah.
Okay. It's right on West Bay Drive.
Yeah.
It's a sand. I've only been there once because I have a little dog.
Yeah.
But did that get built after the hurricane?
I think so, yeah. It's recently.
Okay. One thing I wanted to say about Kathleen when they started Artists in Partnership, her mission for reaching out to children,
West
End Art. She would do this after, like the kids would go away, or the kids that didn't go away, but at night, what do?
In the summer.
In the summer, so she had us doing art at the elementary school over here.
Yeah, both elementary,
Yeah.
East and West.
And what I try to do, because I am an artist, I do watercolors, but I try to get shells from the beach, and the kids would decorate them. We did it on wood, because I like these kids that they're like, I'm not going to use a paintbrush or this. I got them really involved. So what our art wasn't just on white paper. And remember some of the results that we did? It was fantastic.
Yeah, and I remember going to the Gentle Brew and the diner that has the milkshakes with the kids' drawings on the wall.
Yes.
I love that. I think that's great.
And they really felt proud. And I thought, I'm never going to see these kids again. And they would show up again on Friday nights.
We called it a beach club, and we partnered with Project Challenge, and we did this for 2 summers. And what I felt I wanted the kids to do was have an experience with an artist, not necessarily a teacher, but an artist that teaches. So within the West End Arts membership, I looked at everyone's profile, and then I hand called them and hand picked them and said, would you like to teach these children at the beach club?
That's great. I look forward to, I know Rocco loves the idea
Parents
too, to working with you and the kids and doing the shows on Saturday, highlighting the art projects. It's great. Last thing I want to talk about. And I'm going to put Doug on the spot on this one. One thing, being on the beach, by the bay, what are people in Long Beach so passionate about? The environment. Talk about the impact that Governor Cuomo vetoed the LNG project. How important and vital was that for the people here in Long Beach? And how great was that for the Long Beach community, Doug?
Yeah, we were waiting a long time for him to make a decision. And we were wondering which way he would go, in fact. And a lot of people were gathering at events trying to pressure him and make it known that Long Beach was opposed to this, in addition, as he said, to the windmills that'll be offshore possibly in the future. We weren't going to have both, he said. And he's been, in many ways, an environmentalist. We don't have fracking in New York State. But this was something that Long Beach certainly was concerned about.
And people were very, very upset and concerned, and I'm glad it went the way it went.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, for people that are just right off, you know, you could see offshore where this could possibly be and the ramifications of it with terrorism and other things on our minds today, this was a great decision. And we're all obviously very happy about it. Long fought battle.
Absolutely. All right, we had a great time. Christina, I want to thank Alexandra. Thank you so much. This is great. It was great meeting with your group. We talked about so many great things tonight, from the environment to the West End to the history of Long Beach to the great people that have come through our doors, and it's so nice during the holiday season to spend time at your beautiful White House, which is a landmark here in Long Beach. So we thank you for your hospitality, and thanks for all the great historical work you do here in Long Beach, and let's keep it going for many years.
Well, we're very happy to have Howie here with us because he's a Long Beach person, and I think this is exactly where he belongs. I don't think he'd be happy any place else but in Long Beach, and we're very happy to have him. And he's always around town promoting all our different organizations, our businesses, and it's really great. And I hope he continues to stay with us for a long, long time.
My promise is I will, and I want to wish everyone a happy New Year. And I think people, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas.
Yes.
And there's no better place to be than in Long Beach. And this was great tonight. We talked about so many great things. And as the New Year approaches, I'm really looking forward to working with the organizations and the children and highlighting all the talent and the passion and the love that people here in Long Beach have.
Can I add one
Sure.
more thing? 6 months ago, the city of Long Beach formed the new Long Beach Arts Council. And we are going to be working with the community, with other nonprofits. There are 9 of us that were chosen to be on the board, and we're very, very passionate about bringing arts out into the public. So some of us are working behind the scenes, and we are planning to have more public art in terms of sculpture, murals, and it's very exciting. I have a contact with a woman that is doing murals all around the country, and she would like to work with us in Long Beach. So it's really, really exciting.
What about the mural we did at the surfer?
That's right.
Yeah, and that painting is
Yes.
there.
In
Benjamin Moore Denver.
2000, okay, we formed West End Arts in 2003. West End Arts is a 2- and 3-dimensional arts guild serving artists from the western part of Long Island. And one of the things that we talked about was public art. So in 2004, myself, Bob Shanley, Karen,
And Riley.
and Riley, her son, we got together with the Harriet Eisman School, which is an alternative school in Long Beach. At that time, the principal was Johanna Mathiasen. So I went to Johanna and I said, I know that your students need a credit of art to graduate from high school. Do you think they'd be interested in doing a mural? And she said, of course. So I said, I'll find the wall, you bring the students.
Benjamin Moore donated.
And when the King's Pharmacy opened up on the West End, the owner at that time loved the idea. He purchased all the paint for us, and we sat there in the heat in July, and for about a month we painted the mural that is currently still on the wall. I don't know if you know where it is, but it says City by the Sea, and it's a surfer, and there's waves. It's very colorful. So that was actually the first mural.
And Bob was a photographer.
Right.
Remember?
And the Chamber of Commerce loved it so much they did a ribbon cutting
Oh,
for
nice.
us. Yeah.
And don't forget, we have a surfing community here too.
Very
People
good.
surfing.
How about the events every summer?
Yeah, they have events.
We actually have a surfing report on our show. Kid does the weekly surfing report on our show.
On public
Yeah,
art.
it's nice. And also they have sand sculptures I saw too. They have a contest and people come from all over the world.
Oh, before we go, let's get a group shot. Let's get a picture of everybody together.